Hey, this is Seth with In Demand Career. I show people how to get jobs in digital marketing with no previous experience or education. And this is one of my career walkthrough videos for August 2021, where we're going to go over just a handful of the 104,000 open digital marketing jobs in the United States. Guys, remember, just a couple years ago, this was at like 40,000. This is almost 3 times as many. It's crazy. Now, this number has fluctuated. You know, it can go down as low as 90. It's been up as high as 105,000. There are just so many jobs. So I'm going to just walk you through. Remember, guys, this means that I could literally show you 1,000 job openings, and that would be about 1% of the total jobs. And this is just in the U.S. There are jobs in the UK, Australia, Canada, France, Germany, Europe, Oceania. There's even jobs in Eastern Europe, and there are jobs in Asia, Hong Kong. There's jobs all over the place wherever people do business with Google. So let's just take a look at a couple of examples. I want to start with this one here. You can see it says one connection works here. That is actually my student. This is Christopher. Let's see. And he just got a job there. Christopher Ford. You might have seen him on Instagram. Here we go. Right. 20 years old, no degree, got hired at this agency. And here's something I wanted to point out to you guys. They're still hiring. I'm actually going to show you a couple other companies that are still hiring. So they hired one of my people. So I'm telling my students, you know, apply there. They obviously hire people who don't have a ton of experience. Digital marketing analyst, create, manage, optimize PPC SEO, social media campaigns. And I love this. It says strong digital marketing background, strong attention to detail, proficiency. So you notice that they didn't even say like 3 years experience. It said background. Proficiency with Google Ads, Facebook, analytics, Word, Excel, fast-paced environment, 401k, PTO. By the way, that's amazing. We're going to talk about that in some future interviews. 17 days off. Guys, this is unheard of in the U.S., you know. In Europe, they get like 6 weeks of vacation. Everyone does. In the U.S., my first 6-figure job, I didn't even get 2 weeks vacation. 17 days of paid time off is amazing. Work from home flexibility. This is such an. I can't wait to talk to Christopher about this job. But it looks like there's another opening, and it's been up for a week. There's only been 5 applicants, which you're going to see these vary from posting to posting. But that is a very good sign. I would definitely apply to this one. This is definitely, as you can see, it's not only am I saying it's easy, not easy, but it's possible to get it. But I have a student who did in fact get a job just like this at this particular company. Here is another. This is Cgi Communication. So my student, where is he? I have a bunch of windows open there. Xavier. I didn't even know this, because remember, guys, you see my testimonials, you see the interviews, and you think, oh, you know, this, you know, maybe these are the only people that have gotten jobs. It's not like there's hundreds of people who never contacted me. So Xavier was one of those people who, he only reached out to me because I happened to mention his company in a walkthrough, and he took the course like in 2020. I didn't even know about him, but he's like, oh, by the way, I work at that company. I was like, great. So he worked for a year at CGI, and then he just got a senior position. By the way, we're going to interview him in the future. A senior position with 1 year of experience, guys. That is, you're going to hear I'm interviewing tomorrow, Angel. He had the same experience, guys. It's one of the few fields where you can get into a senior position with like 1 year of experience. But anyway, the reason I mentioned him is, of course, because these guys are hiring. I actually worked at this company 20 years ago before the internet, when we were doing just like video production, which I thought was really cool. The guy who runs this company is still the CEO, and me and Xavier were talking about it. Offsite SEO, onsite SEO. This is an SEO job, digital marketing specialist. Clearly defined paths. We'll have a clearly defined path into the account executive position. Can grow into SEO, AdWords, content creation. But you can just see, especially from this is like, I mean, I don't even think they mention anything about a degree or, you know, years of experience or anything like that. You could definitely, you know, I don't know if it's remote or not. 3 weeks ago, 43 applicants. They're still hiring. I would definitely go for that one. Here's one. This is a new one. This is Portland, Maine. So I also like to show jobs, whether, I don't know, you know, a lot of these jobs are remote. Not all of them are. But in the middle of Maine, they're not going to get a lot of applicants. Content marketing, which is basically SEO, search engine optimization, team player, collaborative approach, And then they mention, you know, but passion for digital marketing. I love that. Bachelor's degree. And this one is an on-site job. But I wanted to point out to you, there's so many remote positions, but I'm going to show you a little bit later a student of mine where it's like, if you get an opportunity for a really good job and you're young, move. Move. And I'm going to show you another job like that down the road. I have so many of these to go through. But I'm going to show you an example of a student of mine who is actually doing that right now as we speak, and it's very exciting. Albuquerque, New Mexico, LQ Digital, successfully manage Google, Bing, Yahoo, Facebook. And then again, remember guys, what do I tell you? When you see 1 to 2 years of relevant experience, that is like, we will take anyone who knows what they are talking about. 1 to 2 years is very, very low. Bachelor's degree, as you've seen again and again in my interviews, not necessary. Christopher, who I just showed you, his thing, I don't know what it said in the job posting, but he does not have a bachelor's degree. Analytical background, effective communicator, blah, blah, blah. Again, you do what I teach in the course, you put together the project, you definitely be definitely a compelling candidate for a position like this. Now, this is interesting too. This is Thomson Reuters. This is digital marketing strategist, remote. And who works there? But, sorry, I'm going to jump ahead. There are 3 of my, well, actually, who was Orlando? You know, I actually need to talk to Orlando. I don't know if he was actually a student of mine, but Chiamaka works at Thomson Reuters. Remember, she was also featured on Instagram, and I'm going to interview her at some point. She actually got hired at Thomson Reuters and was blown away. Honestly, I'm not going to share what her salary was, guys, but it was higher than, it was good. Let's just say it was good. And you know that Andrea, my superstar coach, works at Find Law. Find Law, which is a division of Thomson Reuters. Hold on one second, guys. I'm sorry, I had to turn the air conditioning on. It is so hot here. It's nighttime, but it gets so hot. I tried to do it for a little while, so you might hear a little bit of a buzz in the background, but I should be loud enough to drown it out. So, manage portfolio of clients, website, PPC, 3 years of experience. You know, again, I've had students get jobs that say as much as 5 years of experience. You know, when it says skilled in using, analyzing information, and then it says 1 year experience with PPC. And AdWords certification required 45 days after start date. That's crazy, guys. Remember what I tell you about Google Ads certification? It's free. It's so powerful. And whenever they say something like that, that's kind of, again, sending a mixed message. They're like, you have to have 3 years experience, but how could you really have 2 years experience without being certified? Everybody's certified who works in this field. So, you know, and then remember, 1 to 2 years experience, 3 years experience, they're all over the place. And then I love this. High school degree or equivalent, which is really what it should be on all of these jobs. And it says bachelor's degree preferred but not required. These are all signals saying we are open to hiring people who are not super experienced. And it says, and like I said, I've had two other students hired. I have been applying. I had an interview. I got this position with a bonus. I just want to let you know because I'm in absolute shock right now. I love that. I'd say shock that it actually is true that yes, these companies, that's why there's 104,000 job openings, guys. These companies need people that know what they're talking about. Here, I think I just did this one, didn't I? Or are there 2? No, I just did this one, sorry. Portland, Maine. Okay, Columbia, South Carolina, 9 applicants 1 week ago. That's not very many applicants. Conceptualize, create, and execute client marketing strategies, which is likely paid and possibly organic. 1 year paid in digital marketing experience. Remember, guys, 1 year equals you should apply for this job. If you've done the course, you can get one of these jobs. Google Ads certification, of course. And, of course, the bachelor's degree is completely meaningless. And again, in this particular, you know, like I said, I'm going to tell you, if there's a ton of applicants, that's good for you. If there's very few applicants, that's good for you. In this case, 9 applicants, that's not very many. You definitely would stand out. Here's one in Tampa, Florida. 6 applicants 5 days ago. Performance marketing, research, target, implement, pay-per-click marketing campaigns, like you learn to do in the course, A/B split testing, Google, Bing, Facebook, etc. This one, 3 years experience in performance marketing, high attention to detail, blah, blah. don't know exactly why I picked. I mean, this is just one of, you're going to see this again and again. I don't think, again, 3+ years. Again, remember, guys, there's just not that many people that have that much experience in this field, and they're going to be getting a lot of people applying who just don't even know that much about PPC. So this is another one I would definitely apply to. Let's see. This one has a few more applicants. What is this one? You know what? I think I opened this window without looking at it. This one's okay. I'm not even going to go through that one. There's just so many. This is interesting. JIBB is seeking an entrepreneurial. And so if I close it doesn't mean, oh, you shouldn't apply for it. It's just like, I don't think it's that exciting. Like, I mean, geez, guys, I can go through, like I said, I can go through 500 of these and I'd still have made no progress. So that's the mindset you should have when you're applying, guys. This is like being the prettiest girl at the dance. Like, you send out 15 applications, send out 50 applications. If you're not having success or you get interviews and you don't get hired, you keep going. There's more and more. There's so many jobs to choose from. I want to say entrepreneurial data-driven marketing graduates. When I see that, I say, look, you don't have to be a marketing graduate. You know, these guys, like I said, what are people studying in marketing? They're studying just ridiculous crap, microeconomics, statistics, nothing that has to do with actual marketing. So, and again, when I see 1 to 3 years in early stage growth marketing role, experience writing and creating content, and an understanding of Google Analytics. So if you show up, an experience with SEO, SEM. So this is where you come in and be like, hey guys, listen, I'm sorry I don't have a marketing degree, but I do understand Google Analytics. I did a sample, you know, I understand PPC account structure. I understand SEO. Here's my site audit. Who are they going to want? The person that actually has experience with this stuff, or the guy who's like, I did my dissertation on how Apple should bring a new smartphone to market that lets you fly, or I don't know. In these marketing programs, they teach them such high-level nonsensical theory. That's why you see so many of my students are, you know, that's one of these reasons these jobs exist. If marketing programs are actually preparing people for these jobs, then they would be taking these jobs. There wouldn't be so many open. Okay, I have turned off the air conditioner. It's making a funny noise. Hopefully that's a little better. So, paid search specialist, Philadelphia, supporting the SEM manager with PPC channels. That is right there. You know that this is a support position, which also means it's a junior position. That's why it says here, self-starter, experience PPC advertising, which you will have from the course, experience and knowledge of advertising on Amazon is beneficial but not essential. And I like this, a starting salary of $55,000 a year. Not bad. Not bad. You do have to be have the right to live and work in the United States. This is a great opportunity. I really like this one, Taylor and Francis. There's another one. This is it's the same company, but this one is they've listed it in Boca Raton, Florida. I don't know, this may be because it's a remote job and they're posting it in different cities. So, but it's basically the same position. Here's one in New York City, planning and buying a paid search CPC media plans. That's what you do. And then I like where it says certifications and familiarity with Google Analytics. Well, duh, dude, if you've been doing 2 years of paid search management, you should be familiar with Google Analytics. So I think, again, this one might be a little bit daunting, but when it says minimum 2 years of paid search experience and actual understanding of the full process, you are a self-starter, you could definitely, you know, I've had students at agencies get put in positions where they do have a very quick learning curve. So don't be intimidated by something like this, guys. It's definitely possible. Here is the law offices of Daniel Kim, Costa Mesa. $41,000 to $58,000 a year. This is a content marketing / SEO and bilingual. This is interesting. I don't know if, yeah, they seem like this is bilingual. So this is an interesting situation where, yeah, if you speak Spanish and English, you are perfect for this position, guys. Because not only is it difficult to find, I mean, it's already so hard to find digital marketers. It's even harder to find digital marketers who are bilingual. 1 to 3 years experience. Perfect. Okay. Here's the Ford agency. 4 weeks ago, 18 applicants. They still haven't hired anybody. Now, this is a mid-senior level position, and it says 5 years of experience, but I would still, again, I want you to get in the habit of applying for these jobs if you're in my course. Apply. It's, first of all, 5 years experience, 65,000 a year. This is ridiculous. And there's a lot of agencies like that. There's good agencies. There's a lot of good agencies that pay people what they're worth. You're going to hear my student Angel talk. He's been working for 3 years in the field. He's making over 6 figures. That's a good company. These guys paying 65, 70 for 5 years, they're never going to find anyone that actually has that much experience for that. They either need to be paying more or they need to accept somebody with less experience. And that's where you come in, guys. Because they're going to go through this. It's been 4 weeks. They're going to be like, we can't find anyone who has 5 years experience and wants to work for $65,000 a year. And they won't. So that's a good opportunity. Oh, this is the one. So Builder Trend, Omaha, Nebraska. This is interesting. I don't know how they got 11 applicants in Omaha, Nebraska, but oversee paid social and software, PPC, new campaigns, encompass values, and they say, 3 years of experience and certification in digital marketing. But here's the thing. They want, where does it say? I remember seeing this. Hold on. Here it is. We are looking for someone to join our Omaha-based team. Now, what I would suggest you guys, unless you have a family and you're like locked in, this is one of those opportunities where it's like you could move here and get great. This is like better than going to college. Remember, it says keen understanding of Google Ads, right? Experience with top tools, SEMrush, Google Search Console. We teach in the course. A passion for online marketing. This is better than college. This is better than an internship. You actually can get paid. Now, my student, I go here. I only have so many of these windows open. Ty here. You can see he lives in Maryland. He hasn't updated this yet. He is now working in Idaho Falls, Idaho. He literally they paid him a stipend. He literally moved cross country to get to work this job. And I think that is so awesome because he's young. I don't know if he's single or not, but he had the flexibility and the mobility to just be like, I'm moving. And it's a great adventure. It's very exciting. And it's like going to college, except it's better because you're actually getting paid to learn and advance your career. So I recommend you guys think about that. And if you don't want to do that, just look for something remote. This one's remote. Digital campaign manager, create, launch paid search, paid social, experience proficiency in Google AdWords, advanced proficiency, and then it says demonstratable experience. But when they say proficiency before they say experience, it's again saying we really are looking for somebody that knows what they're doing. I've said this many times. High school degree required. I love that. That's how it should be. Guys, you should have a high school degree. Why not? I never encourage people to drop out of high school. Get the high school degree. But this is a great posting because they're not saying you need a BA in marketing where you're going to study nonsense for 4 years. And then this is a bilingual one. It's a plus. But any of you guys taking the course who, if you're bilingual, apply for this job. You will have a great chance of getting an interview. And this one, let's see. I like this one because it says deep understanding of SEO with 3+ years of experience. I'm like, well, shouldn't you have a deep understanding if you have 3 years of experience? I definitely, and then it says must have Google Analytics and Google Search Console experience. Nice to have Ahrefs experience. Yes, I'm actually adding a video on Ahrefs very soon in the course. Right now, we focus mostly on SEMrush. But even though it says 3+ years, be passionate about self-education. This is the type of thing where you show them your project. Even though it says mid-senior level, I would still apply here as well. And then this one must be in the U.S., ideally in Minnesota or Wisconsin, 2 years. In-depth working knowledge. Remember, 2 years experience, in-depth working knowledge. Well, which is it, guys? If you have 2 years experience, shouldn't you have in-depth working knowledge of these things? Proficient in developing, implementing PPC and SEO, self-starter, and then hands-on experience using WordPress and knowledge of SEMrush. Again, guys, they're all over the place. This is, again, my whole point with you guys is to make you very bold in applying for these positions and understanding that you know where they're coming from even more than they do. You know that they need someone who knows what they're talking about, and they're not. It's why there's 104,000 job openings right now. So anyway, guys, that is my walkthrough, and now it's been about 20 minutes. I got to turn that air conditioner back on, but I don't want you to have to deal with that buzzing sound. So I'm going to wrap this up. Anyway, guys, it's still such an exciting field. It only continues to grow. Remember, all the success story you've seen are people who had absolutely no previous experience. There's no shortage of jobs to apply to, and you know, I could do these all day long. So I know some people had written to me asking for me to do postings in other countries. I can't remember now. I'm sorry, I just focused on the US, but if you want to post below and make any requests about a specific city or a specific area, you can do that. If you have any questions, of course, you always can email me on LinkedIn or email Seth@digitalcareerblueprint.com. If you haven't taken the free masterclass webinar explaining how it is possible to get one of these jobs and even more about this field and what these jobs are and why it's blown up so much, definitely click the link below this video. And if you want to check out the full mentorship program that has helped so many people get jobs in this field, you can click the other link below and just get started on it. Again, remember guys, this is a great time, and I'm just so pumped because like every day I'm hearing from students who are not just getting jobs, but are engaged and enjoying what they do, and they feel like they have a path, and they're sending me their experiences, and they're getting jobs and sending me testimonials, and I love it. So anyway, okay, it's Thursday night. This is what I do for fun. I'm going to go relax now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon.